don't know how I get a thumbs up, but it says there's nobody here. Yeah, it's a very quick coffee though. Really fast. Like real quick. Let me get a big pop-up window open here, folks, so I can read because I can't. Yeah, I'm blind right now. I kicked all the ducks out really early today. Oh, my thumbnail totally screwed up. Well, I had a really good thumbnail, but I couldn't get it to load. It would not load for me. I can show you the thumbnail though on the other phone. I gotta find out where these photos are. Like I gotta log into my iCloud. It's like there's one place I can tell. Every time I take a picture, it turns out they're on every single device I have. But yesterday I cooked breakfast. Yeah, let me just get this thing. This one happening here. Where are they? I'm good at this Apple stuff. It's too confusing when everything's everywhere. Okay, where's the photos? There they are. Okay. What's new in iPhotos? What? Live phone effects. Live photo editing. No, I don't. It I just want to show me my photos. Okay, this is my shared folder. Where do you find your ones that I took yesterday? Activity? No. See, this is the thing. I took the photo yesterday, and when I went to do the thumbnail, it was too high of a resolution, and now I can't find it. I don't want that. I don't want shared. I want just regular photos. Oh, there it is. Yesterday. Okay. Explore. Why? Look at this. All these little pop-up screens. Like, just give me my photo and shut up. Okay, this is yesterday. I'll show you. I had 2 goose eggs. Now this is in a 10-inch frying pan. Look at that. Okay, why does it do that? Okay, is it going to flip? Hang on here. I want to get the biggest picture possible here. Why does it do this? Okay. There. Okay. That's in a 10-inch frying pan. Oh, do I get a little bit of, is it working? Or do I have glare? Alright, so there you go. That's 2 goose eggs, a little bit of bacon in there too, but that's what 2 goose eggs look like in a 10-inch frying pan. Are they huge or what, folks? Is anybody noticing this? That I'm holding an iPhone up to the camera, trying to share something? That's the only reason I'm doing this coffee is to show you this picture. Well, I missed you a little bit. I'm getting feedback here. I couldn't believe the size of them. They were 160 grams each. So like a chicken egg's like 55 grams. So they were like almost 4 times bigger than a chicken egg. 3.5 times. Good morning, Georgie. I see you. You keep popping up there morning. I see you. You said good morning how many times? Everybody's saying good morning, everybody. Is that big? Okay. And that's in my frying pan, my 10-inch frying pan. Like, I wish I could have got the thumbnail. I can't even get it up to Facebook. Or can I? How do you do this to Facebook? Okay, maybe I'll post them to Facebook here. Hang on. And anybody that's on Facebook. I know some of you aren't on Facebook, but I don't know any other way to share these massive. They're the biggest goose eggs I've ever had. Like 2 cover a whole pan. They're massive. Okay, so how do I go? I want to go Facebook. Do I even have that on the phone? I do have it on the phone. Am I logged in? Yes, I am. Okay, so how do I share? Oh. Live. Look at this. I can't even get to my own page. Maybe that's it. No, I'm not selling something. I clicked it. It says marketplace. I don't know what a marketplace. No. Okay, I gotta put it on my regular feed. Okay. I don't know which one. No, I don't want that one. I think the first picture is the best picture. Okay. Swipe for more. Why does they do this? You wouldn't believe the stuff that's popping up on the screen on me here. I don't want to edit. No. Okay, how do I do the post? I just want to do a post. Say something. There we go. Say something. Yesterday's breakfast goose eggs. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, post. I did it. I just did it. Unbelievable. I managed to do it. I've never done this before. But I can't get to my own page. And, oh, move I click there. I don't know, folks. Oh, now I'm on the page. Okay, this stuff's too confusing for me this early in the morning. I still haven't figured out where all my photos are on iCloud. I'm not that kind of stuff. I'm a techie. Hardware tech. I'm a streamer. I'm a serial streamer. That's what I am. Just stick with what I know. Oh, Georgie's again. Good morning. A lot of good mornings coming. All right. I'm gonna share it to the 50 Ducks page. Because, oh yeah, there to go. Oh, is it ever big? You don't realize it till you see a big picture. Okay, share to my page. I'm gonna put it on the 50 Ducks page. All right. They're massive eggs, and that's in my 10-inch frying pan. Like, oh man! And you know what? I hated them. I don't like goose eggs. They taste terrible. They taste like a chicken egg. That's exactly what they taste like. The only thing they got going for them is size, but honestly, rather have duck eggs. Honestly, it's just like eating a big chicken egg. That's exactly what it's like. Just a big, massive, tasteless, watery chicken egg. I don't know why people get all freaked out, happy about them. It's like I remember the Asian restaurant. They just were like, oh, goose eggs, goose eggs. I was like, what's the big deal, man? They're tasteless. Trust me, folks. Duck eggs, way better, way better. Today's duck egg morning for Matt. No, I'm streaming right now. Dylan, I'm streaming right now from the Antarctica. This is the only house in the Antarctica. All this lumber was the last remaining standing trees in Antarctica. We have penguins here. We stream penguins. All right, we'll talk. So did you see the article about the poor little penguins in Calgary at the zoo? It's so cold they had to bring the penguins inside. I felt sorry for the little penguins. I could have took some. Maybe they have too many penguins on their hands. I still think a penguin would be cool. And if the Calgary Zoo can have penguins, that means we can have penguins because, you know, the climate in the summertime, it's like, you know, they said because they weren't wild penguins that they more than likely could handle the extreme cold, but because they're tame, they didn't want to take the chances. Mother of many horses, I could end the stream if it bothers you if I'm here right now. I know I promised you I wasn't going to stream, but I can end the stream if it's really that bad. Okay? I gotta end the stream. Mother of many horses thinks it's wrong because I said I wasn't going to stream, and I am streaming. I lied. I wasn't going to stream, folks. I let the ducks out. If you notice, the ducks were outside. And I said to myself, Matt, I'm just going to go, I'm going to have my coffee, I'm going to have my breakfast, I'm going straight to the garage because I got to get the camera running today. I'm really excited about that. I want to get this outdoor camera set up happening today. And that's why, but then I came in the house and I was like, no, I miss my peeps. I gotta at least touch base with you. It'll be maybe a quick one, maybe fast, that I can get on with my day here, because I really want to get that outdoor camera going. The maroon froze over. Our water doesn't freeze, Rachel. Minus 30, it still stays liquid. Nothing freezes here. We're Canadians. Our water stays liquid all the time. And today's a high of minus 11. Oh, it's getting cold this afternoon. Oh man, we got some nasty weather coming. I gotta do some cleaning today. Get ready for this. Goose shed's getting totally cleaned out today. Oh, but we got some dandy nice weather coming, folks. Minus 3. That'll feel like summer. Minus 6 at night. The ducks will be outside. That's next week though. But first we have to run the gauntlet of absolutely brutal. They're calling for highs, okay, tomorrow. No, today's what day? Today's Thursday? Thursday, okay. So tomorrow, Friday. They're calling the high tomorrow is going to be minus 20. The high the next day is minus 22. The lows at night, 31 below. But she's going to cool down this afternoon. Right now, she is actually warm outside, but it's actually going to get cold this afternoon. So I got to get the camera done. I want to at least get her set up so that it's done. This job has to get put to bed. So we might this afternoon we might get a short little outdoor stream, and if I get it running, I'm going to do a little bit of a squirt, get everybody wet, clean them up, because we're going to go back down lockdown for 3 days. 3-day lockdown. Because it looks like they're not getting back out till Sunday, minus 9 on Sunday. So we're back to lockdown, folks. My life, nice and relaxing. No, all right. So that's what's happening here. Man, there's some cold stuff coming again. I'm going to town tomorrow. I'm actually going to start the car, which I'm trying to figure out when was the last time I drove the car. I'm trying to think. When I went to M&R Feeds. That's the last time I drove the car. What did I get? I bought 8 bags of feed to get us through. Was that the day before Christmas? Or the day? No, I didn't leave. I haven't left. All during Boxing Week. Yeah, my birthday. Did I leave my birthday? No. You know what, folks? I just think I think I haven't left the property since Boxing Day, or the day before Christmas. I'm trying to think. When was the last time I went to town? That can't be right. Have I been here this long? I'm gonna have cabin fever too. I gotta look at the calendar here. Christmas Day. Yeah, I definitely didn't go to. Yeah, I definitely didn't leave the property the week of Christmas. So I bet you I haven't left the property since the 22nd of December. French fries. I gotta go to the grocery store and get a couple other things. I need. There was something else I needed. What was it? I should write this stuff down, eh? I'm gonna get potatoes and make my own French fries. I don't want to get for this goose gravy. I want to get real potatoes, where I'm gonna cut them up and what you call it? Cut them up and pre-bake them and then fry them instead of doing the cheating potatoes, and make really good. The gas for the generator, that was the last time I went to town. That was before Christmas, December 22nd. The 23rd. It was the 23rd with the truck. Or maybe it was the 24th of December. Maybe it was Christmas Eve. Maybe it was during the day Christmas Eve. I think that's what it was. I think I haven't left the property since before Christmas. I think I have. I've been here. No, no beer needed, Norm. I'm beard out actually, Norm. Totally beard out. I'm not. I used to be a massive beer drinker, like old bad folks. I had a beer fridge. I can't drink beer like that anymore. Can't. Like honestly, if I buy beer, or like if I go to the liquor store and buy beer, I like 6 beers is a big deal for me to buy. It's like I just don't drink like I used to. I'm a serial streamer. Oh yeah, I did go on a straw run. I forgot about that. All right, so I did leave the Sarah. Sarah, okay, I'm glad you guys are watching what I'm doing here. So I have left the property 3 times now. We have determined that now. 3 times, yes. I went the Friday before Christmas and I put 8 bags of feed in the back of the car, which 4 bags are still in the trunk. Uh, and then I went on the 24th and picked up gas in the truck. It was a truck run. And then I went and did a straw run. So I have left the property, but I haven't. I just haven't gone to town. I haven't gone to a store. So actually, if you want to try a really good mystery gardener, is take your French fries. I don't like boiling stuff, folks. The reason I don't like boiling stuff is you lose too much. Everything you pour down the sink is history. Uh, I'm not a big fan of boiling anything. Um, I grew up in the 70s where everything was boiled to death. Try this. Take potatoes, make your French fries, put them on like a cookie sheet. I have a little raised wire thing that raises them off a cookie sheet, and cook them at like 400 degrees for 15 minutes. Okay, give them a little dried out, then deep fry them. Now there is some serious crispy, fluffy, really fluffy French fries, because at 15 minutes in the oven, it helps evaporate some of the moisture out of the fries, and you don't boil away. Boiling, man, I'm not a big fan of boiling. Every time I look at people boiling stuff and they pour it down the sink, and like all the taste just went down the sink. So, I'm a bake it kind of guy. And if you want to freeze potatoes for French fries, that's how you do it. You bake them for 15 seconds or 15 minutes, and then freeze them. And if you freeze them, uh, they don't go black after you do that 15-minute bake. That's how the French fry companies do it. When you buy them in the bag, frozen French fries, they've got a little bit of brownish to them, and you wonder how do they get this little bit of brownish to them? That's how they bake them. They're pre-baked. You know, the oldest potatoes, usually the russet are the oldest, right? Old. The best if you get really old potatoes. The older the better, because they have less, what you call it, less moisture. The whole idea is the moisture problem. Moisture is the problem, eh? Soak them in ice water. Never heard of that one, no. You soak them in ice water so they don't go black on you when you're cutting them. Like if you're cutting a whole bunch of French fries, you need to throw them in water so that they don't go black on you. Because if you don't, they'll discolor, eh? Potatoes are like apples, how they discolor. I think it's the enzyme or something in them. I'm not too sure. That's the cooking show for this morning. Okay, so if you're interested in making like really awesome French fries, and trust me, folks, they are awesome. It's messy. It's a big job because You know, you got to pre-bake them, but it's worth the effort. So now, if you're lazy, you know, just buy them in the bag. But today, or not today, but tomorrow when I go to the vet to get that high octane antibiotic for the ducks in the hospital, uh, I'm going to get some potatoes to make myself some French fries, so I can have my goose gravy that I made before Christmas. So, did anybody see Maggie this morning? Because I didn't. I didn't see a hi from Maggie. I think she's left, eh? I think she popped in, said hello, and then left. But she doesn't stick around. I think she's probably in the goose shed right now. And there's nobody in the goose shed. I feel sorry for her. Could you place an order? I don't have any duck gravy. I just have goose gravy. I've never made duck gravy, actually. I just made the goose gravy because the drippings were perfect. It was a perfect, I just looked at it and said, I can't throw this out, you know, and pour it into the big giant can of grease, because there wasn't that much grease. The goose had next to no grease. Not bad gravy. A little mild, but we're having roasted duck tonight. Actually, it's on the counter right now. There it is. Look at that, eh? See that? See it? See the roasting pan? There's a duck in there, and he's gonna get roasted up tonight. I had leftover duck last night. I ended up cooking. I cooked after I left the garage. I came in and I started supper like right away. Like right away. I ate early, 6:30 I had supper last night. £6 duck for $18. That's cheap. That's like the price of a chicken up here. But I just imagine what kind of duck it was. Will the ducks eat duck? I've never seen them. They're not like chickens. They don't cannibalize each other. Ducks are much more social. Actually we had we had that death there last 2 weeks ago, where that that roving gang of marauding drakes killed that other drake. That's the first time I've ever seen ducks fight to the death. You know, I've never seen that. All right. So today, folks, that's what's happening here, because I got to get this camera going outside. It's like top priority. Today is camera day outside. I don't know. I've had some ideas. I was laying in bed this morning where to position the camera outside. I'm hoping it's going to be in the right place. I think it's going to be a little bit higher off the ground than we're used to, because of the situation here with the snow and the location, because I'm going to mount it on the side of the building, the garbage can, on a shelf, because we're going to be hardwired, so there's no buffering. I think you're going to be really happy. Like I said, I'm working on this to have the big microphone running, because we know how the big microphone, we don't need it in the barn. Actually, if I put the big microphone on in the barn, I think you people would be just freaked out how loud it is. Because the microphones on the camera suck compared to the microphone on the big microphones. I'm thinking the big microphone would just be mind-numbing loud. Mind-numbing loud, I think it would be. So, I was tempted. I still might. I'm gonna be doing some camera rearranging. I might throw a big microphone in the barn, just so you can get a appreciation to how loud it is. So, yes, Amelia, it's hardwired. I ran the network cable yesterday. I made a little outdoor what you call it, outdoor cover for the network cable. No, the outdoor because we got snow and ice here, and if I unplug the camera and take it into, if I have to bring the garbage can in or something, I thought to myself, I'm gonna have this network cable out in the elements, and it's going to get covered in ice. And then how do you plug, an RG45 plug network, Ethernet into an encoder if it's covered nice. Well, that's not a good thing in the first place, covered nice, because you're going to could blow the encoder. So I'm like, I had to come up with something. So I was in the garage, and I was like, I'm telling you folks, you just don't get, when you MacGyver things out of nothing, like when you look at the hardware store and you look at, okay, what do I have in here that I can make work? Okay, because you got to really, literally think out of the box. I hate using that term, but it's true. You got to okay, you can't, they don't make this. You can't order it online. You got to stand in the garage and go, how do I make this? Okay, so I'm rooting around and stuff, and I'm like, I know I've got something. So I dig and dig and dig. And I had boxes of, I keep plastic bottles. No matter what it is, if it's plastic, clear plastic, I keep it, because in a garage, clear plastic bottles, not glass, but clear plastic, because that way if you drop them on the floor, they don't shatter. So I digging through and I found the perfect size one. I said, oh, that's a little bit smaller would be nicer, but it was like a little bit too big in the diameter, but it worked. So then I dig through my grommets. And it was like, here, I keep like all grommets and things like that, and I found one that worked. And then I had to do some hot gluing and cutting, and then you got the dilemma, because how do you put the grommet on a cable that's already got the end on it? So it was like, so anyways, got it all done, drilled it out, got it on, and I was like, so it could slide in and out, perfect. So this way, when I disconnect, if I have to take the camera out, I can disconnect it and screw the lid on the jar, and that way the end of the network cable is protected. It can actually be laying in the snow, and it won't get, there's no ice or snow can get to the actual plug, because that's very important. Because if it got ice and snow, I would have to take the cable out, bring it into the house, and thaw it out. I don't want to have to do that. So I'm in the garage thinking about this, like how do you think about this? Like how do you deal with a weather that you've never dealt with before? So the only thing I got to draw from is extreme rain, and then I just gotta go. Okay, now we have to add the freeze factor to it. So how do you deal with extreme rain / really freaking cold that everything turns ice? So that's what I was doing yesterday. So we're going to today. It's going to get fired up today. Did I find time to get the other cable to the tower? What other cable to the tower, Norm? The tower's running. I don't understand. I don't understand. I haven't been on the roof since I put it up. It's been ice since I put it up. It's been ice. Oh. And if I was on the roof since then, I would have streamed it, because it would have been a horror show of me going up on the ice. So it's nothing but venison and moose in the chat here this morning. I haven't had venison in 2 years. And I haven't had moose in, oh boy, it's got to be 4 years. I love venison and moose. Like really, really love it. That's the only thing I would like to shoot and have, but the problem is I'd have to actually go hunting, and I'm not a big fan of that, because that means I'd have to go get a license, and I would have to deal with the government. I just can't get my head around that one. Buffalo's good too, but nothing beats wild venison or moose. If there's a moose around this area, it's an anomaly. They're not normally around this area. We're too far south. Oh. No, Rebecca, I've never baked with goose eggs. They're just like chicken eggs, Rebecca. They're identical to chicken eggs. They're just big. There's nothing special about them, trust me. Nothing. Anybody says they're lying. It's the duck egg. So duck eggs is it. Actually, James, the best meatballs, get rid of the third beef and third pork part and just go pure venison. I'm not a big fan of mixing it. I used to get pepperonis done, and they always say, oh, we'll add some pork to it. You know, they 20%, 25% pork. And I'm like, no, 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 pure venison, man. I don't want to ruin it with some domestic meat thrown in there. And Brian, if your buffalo burgers were dry, it's because they were overcooked. People make that big mistake and overcook it. They got to be very careful cooking buffalo, venison, moose, because there's next to no fat in the meat, and you don't cook the crap out of it like you do, you know, pork and beef. Because pork and beef have got so much fat in it, you can cook the crap out of it. But you got to be really careful cooking buffalo, venison, and moose. So, but you're not going to get E. coli poisoning, Brian. Don't live so scared. You just got to you just gotta, don't be so afraid. Um, you're not gonna die. No, don't add butter to the pan. Oh, Rich, you guys are just destroying the wildness. Like, it's like you don't want to add anything to wild. It's like you just ruin it, man. You just got to cook it right so that it's good. That's what you got to do. E. coli from tainted ice. Actually, Brian, my mother contracted E. coli from ice also once, many years ago. Oh, it'll be like 15, maybe longer, 20 years ago. It happened to her. No. So maybe she would have well cooked the ice. She wouldn't have. You wouldn't have got it, Brian. Think about that. You would have cooked that ice all the way. You wouldn't have got the E. coli. You know. That's the secret. Cook it all the way, man. Dry that ice right out. You'll never get a coli again. But she got better. She didn't die. But she was sick. And she was sick for, actually, I'm trying to think, remember, that was a long time ago. She was sick for a couple of years, actually. E. coli is nasty, eh, when you get it. It doesn't just go away. I remember she was sick for a long time. As the E. coli's in the water, Norm, and then they freeze it, and then the ice has it, Norm. That's how it happens. You can get E. coli in lots of different ways. There's E. coli on lettuce. Now, we've had that up in Canada. They had a recall. Walmart had a recall that it was on the lettuce a couple summers ago. Oh yeah, Rebecca. It's like E. coli is like a long time. You just don't take a bunch of meds and you're good in 10 days. That's why it's so dangerous. Google it. You'll find out. It takes forever. She was sick for a long time. Like not bedridden in the hospital. She was just sick. You know. Oh. But we don't have E. coli here. We just have Ebola. I contract Ebola a couple times a year here with the ducks. But other than that, I'm fine. Yeah, I put the ceiling border up myself. It sucked doing it too. And I had to go through around with a little glue stick, and I gotta go around again, and all the little pieces gotta re-glue them down because it's all these little fine lines that goes down. It's just, I hate it. Honestly, I hate it. It's like I forget how many times I've repaired it because the edges are too small. Oh, but okay, folks, this is it. I'm going to shut this down because I want to go get my breakfast happening, and I want to get into the garage to get the outdoor camera running. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to get the camera running outside before the big snap of nastiness comes here, which is going to be, well, according to the weatherman, 2.5 days of 30 below again. So, and tomorrow I got to start the car and go to the vet to get the crazy antibiotics to to get the what you call it, the little ducks in the hospital. And I'm hoping that this antibiotic we can get, you know, the I hope we can get it so the ducks aren't in pain. If not, we're going to be axing them. That sucks because there's like 4 ducks. That would be the worst. Total waste too, eh? Because they're sick, infected, and it's like just a waste of a duck. And there are 3 females to boot, which is even worse. Anyways, so I'm hoping that these meds will help the poor little duckies. Anyways, bumblefoot, eh? Only in the wintertime. Always in the wintertime. It's like, it's just brutal. Bumblefoot. It's no matter, and it's from the ice, eh? It's from going outside in the ice on the hard ground. That's why that's why they get little nicks in their foot, and then they get an infection. You know, the only way around it is to keep them in the barn. Like, don't let them outside. Keep them in the barn all the time. Clean the barn like crazy, and keep them on a smooth surface. It's the only way around it. Imagine if you kept the ducks inside all winter. You'd have to have a shower in the barn. I would actually have to put running water in the barn and have it running so the ducks could have baths, and you know, it would just be bad. And you couldn't have this many ducks either, because the only savings is we can let the ducks outside. Like this morning, they were pretty happy to come out. Not a big rush to come out, but they were happy to come out. I didn't do a stream because like I wasn't even going to stream today because I told you I wasn't going to. So, but I gotta go. I gotta go cook my breakfast and go work on the outdoor camera so I can get that off my my list and make you happy with a whole new stream outside. So I'll talk to you later.